I mean, obviously there are levels to this thing. I'm not saying that there aren't feet that I'm not or I wouldn't be grossed out about, but you know, if I can see that you are, you know, a clean person and it's just a matter of you just not taking care of your toenails, then there's a difference. You know, I mean, there are some people who completely 100%. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me. In today's video, I will be doing a pedicure. So my client's foot has already been soaked and I'm just going to go ahead and use the cuticle pusher to push back the cuticles and also to scrape any of the protein growth that's on the nail plate. Then I flip the cuticle pusher around to the knife side and I use that to scrape the cuticle area some more, and I use that to clean out the side walls and to clean underneath the free edge. Now I must warn you guys that this implement, the cuticle knife, can be extremely sharp, especially when it's new. So please be careful. I had a couple incidents recently where I nicked my customer with the cuticle knife, but I had no idea that it was that sharp, and those were actually new cuticle pushers, so just be wary of that, guys. So next I go in with the nippers and I just nip away the dead skin, nip away the dead cuticle, and I do take my time for this, as you know, I really do want to avoid cutting or hurting my customers, and I will constantly ask them, you know, are you feeling anything? Are you okay? Let me know if you're feeling any pain. And I practice to do that mainly because I realize that everybody is different. I realize there are some persons who are extremely sensitive, like extremely sensitive. So I don't want to assume that they are, you know, not feeling anything when in fact they are. So for those of you that watch my channel and perhaps may have asked me if I do male pedicures, as you know, the answer to that would be no, because I do run a female only salon. So I know you guys are probably wondering how come she says she doesn't do male pedicures, yet here's a video of her clearly working on a male's foot. So just in case you are wondering why that is, it's because the only exception to the rule is if I'm doing a family member, which is the case in this video and any other male pedicure that you've seen me do on my channel. So none of my male models are customers or clients. So just wanted to get that out there for those who might be wondering. So this is actually my first time going in with the cuticle nippers, and depending on how long the foot has been soaking, I may not be able to clean it up as nicely as I would have wanted to. But what I do not practice to do is to force anything or to be tugging and pulling to my client's discomfort. What I would much prefer to do and what I practice to do is to leave whatever alone that is giving me a hard time. Leave it alone, put the foot back to soak, and then I will try to get it the second time around. So after I finished cleaning the nails with the cuticle nippers, I then go in with my hand file and I just smooth out the surface of the nail. Now his nails are very thick, especially with the second toe. You can see that toenail is actually growing upwards. So I filed it down and tried to get it to look just like a normal nail would look. I could have used the e-file for this process, however I honestly couldn't bother to go for it, so I just decided to do it the old-fashioned way and use the hand file. So now I'm just shaping the free edge and the side walls using my hand file. Next, I move on to scrubbing the soles of the feet, and I have a system where I use a coarse foot file, a medium, and then a fine foot file. But this depends on how badly calloused my customer's foot is, and also if it's one of my customers who gets a pedicure very regularly, then that automatically eliminates the need for me to use the coarse foot file. But again, I will assess my customer's foot first, and then I will decide if I have to go in with the coarse one first. So this was very funny because I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but he is extremely sensitive, and he was laughing and carrying on and twisting up in the chair. It was so funny. Alright, so that's me switching over to the medium grit foot file. And as you can see, it is actually smoothing out his foot, and then once I'm satisfied, then I'll switch to the fine and smooth it out even more. Alright, so the next step is to exfoliate using the exfoliating scrub, and I usually just rub this into the skin until the cream is absorbed into the skin. Alright, so now we're moving on to the second foot, and the second foot is always the easier foot to clean up because it spends a longer time in the water, so it's much easier to do, and you usually get to all of the gunk the first time around. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that. Can I tell you guys that I find this extremely satisfying? I love to watch it. I love to do it. I just love it. And I totally get it that some people are grossed out by feet, but I'm not in the least bit. I mean, obviously there are levels to this thing. I'm not saying that there aren't feet that I'm not or I wouldn't be grossed out about, but you know, if I can see that you are, you know, a clean person and it's just a matter of you just not taking care of your toenails, then there's a difference. You know, I mean, there are some people who completely 100% neglect their feet, and those are the feet that I'm grossed out about, not the ones that, you know, nature has taken its course and the skin is growing and acting in defense to protect the feet. The nails are growing out, your cuticles are overgrown. You know, that's different. But I really do enjoy doing pedicures. So he actually said that he wanted gloss. So what I usually do is just apply base coat and top coat, and that's it. So I go ahead and I prep the nail just as if I was using gel polish. So I use my dehydrator and my primer, and then I go in with my top coat and base coat. I believe I was out of frame for the majority of this section, so I think I only caught the top coat on one foot. But you get the idea. Here's the final look. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed giving the service. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And if you are interested in purchasing the nippers that I'm using in this video, please feel free to check the description box below as I have them listed there. So until next time, take care. Bye.